Spots, hey. Bench woman's over, coach put me in the game. Walking in the venue, surprised that they know my name. I paid nothing for these shoes, 200 on the chain. It'll be gold plated till I can afford the whole thing. Cheap as fuck, best believe it. If I ain't got a coupon for it, then I don't need it. Fuck Gucci, Louis Prada, cop some GPC. I told her bust it open, throw it back like PSPs. Want a verse from me, then that's a fee. If you from the crib, then it's free.
Boom, we on.
What's up, man? Crank up.
What's going on?
The HBCU Band Podcast, man. Welcome back to episode number 2. I'm glad we can make it back. You know what I'm saying? We're a real podcast now.
Oh, it's legit. It's legit every time. We're gonna give you that raw.
Definitely, man. I'm
We're
glad
gonna still stay musical, but we're gonna give you raw.
I'm glad that we can come back and, you know what I'm saying, talk about this first real band weekend that we had, man. You know, I was excited. Like, we get to watch band videos. It was like it felt like the old days.
We just remember you could watch band videos just for fun.
Man,
without critiquing everything. We need to get back to that as a community, though, because I feel like we're too caught up in what band sounds better.
Yeah.
Who the best? What's the best?
Mm-hmm.
My school sounds better than yours. So much you don't even enjoy the music anymore. You just, I wasn't impressed. It wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's music. Why they gotta impress you every time?
That's actually great because COVID is really kind of giving you that kind of feel, because it's like it's either you have a band or it's, you know, or you don't. So it's like you really kind of grateful for it if your band is even out playing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can really get to enjoy the music more than I guess kind of in the past, because you're just happy there's a band outside playing. You know? Right.
It's like you enjoy just being there. You can enjoy the music. We've been on a drought, a musical band drought.
Yes.
I've been looking at 2019 clips.
19, 18.
I watched this video 5 times today.
And you still trying to get excited, like you haven't heard this part or this the crowd reaction. It's kind of sad. So that's why a lot of people were screaming. Like, a lot of clips came out for the past 2 weeks, and people been feeling, man, on Instagram, posting, trying to see what bands are playing. But obviously these bands are playing from their home stadium. The other bands can't travel, and the SWAC is the only football conference that is playing games. So who's played? Jackson State, Southern, Alabama State, Grambling, UAPB. Yeah,
I've seen videos of them.
Yeah, and I guess FAMU popped up, but that was at the little All-Star game thing. So for the most part, just those people. But how you feel about the spacing, man? A lot of bands have either moved or added two sides to their original seating. And these are all just COVID precautions, but it's kind of weird to see. It's kind of weird to see it, and I guess it's good.
It's like hot take on it. I think it's for optics. My personal opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know how these bands are practicing. They could be spacing out and practicing as they should be. But we don't know. And I also think about how are bands getting to the stadium, how they lining up, how they marching in.
Right.
Because if you coming in, marching in, lined up, that's not 6 feet. I'm not saying that they shouldn't take these precautions, but it is what it is.
Yeah, bro, let's keep
it going to happen.
Let's keep it hot, bro. Y'all are spaced out in the stands, but y'all ain't 6 feet apart, bro. You would need a big.
Who is y'all?
I'm saying all these bands. I haven't seen a band that is rightfully spaced 6 feet. And y'all can put your arms out and touch each other type of thing. I haven't seen not one band. So it is for optics. I'm glad you said that. It is for optics because you kind of have to. And I'm looking at the videos so is every year they're just gonna get a little bit closer.
A bit closer. So let's go 6, 5, 4. Then it's gonna be like regular.
You know what I'm saying? And then you right back touching, you know what I'm saying, shoulder to shoulder. Mm-hmm. But I will say something about the spacing. I either think it's exposing your sound, as a band, or it's making you sound big because you kind of spread out.
I think it's exposing the sound. With that spaced out, it's kind of like you just there playing isolated. Get that feel and that confidence of people around you playing. Because you play, you got the people next to you that fuel you on and make you push a little more. it is a different type of feeling, especially when you hear it close.
Right.
But now that you spread out,
yeah,
you're like,
it's kind of. And I mean, of course, and we talked about this on the first episode, but of course, it's good for building confidence, I guess, or confident players, because you get to hear yourself better. So you can hear your tone more because when you're in a box or you with a lot of people beside you, it is hard to hear yourself. So I mean, I guess that's good. But what I will say, and this is helping, and this is the first band I kind of want to start talking about, is Alabama State. I saw Alabama State. I don't know who they played against. I don't know, but they sounded really good, man.
They did sound great.
I was very surprised that they sound. Of course, to me, Alabama State to me is of course a legendary band program. Meaning they've had great bands in the past and has great history, but they to me are very kind of inconsistent. Some years they up, some years they down. Sometimes they be good in the spring, sometimes they don't be. It's like it'd be real hit or miss. But what I will say about Bama State is I always love their trombones, man. Their trombones really, especially from the clips I saw, they held it down.
I agree with that. I think the core to this band that we listening now, the Alabama State band, the core to their sound is the trumpets and trombones.
Right.
When you look at the trumpets are a big part of their sound quality, as well as the trombones. And I think that's the core. When you really listen to the euphoniums like that, sorry to say, they're really not hitting on nothing. It is what it is.
It's the trumpets, the trombones, and the continuous snare tap that they keep at the beginning and at the end and throughout the whole damn song. Shout out to Bama State though. But what I thought they did well was they played the Drake song. Man, like we just want to hear new songs, man, like songs that we haven't heard being played that are popular. And it's called You're Still Mine, something like that.
Yeah.
That do Young Blue. I thought that was good, man. I thought that was if we could start a song of the week category, I think I'll put that'll be in my running for sound of the week. We can
some Southern people gonna kill you, bro.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying. We can get the listeners to choose who you think song of the week was. But
they gonna be in the comments. Man, we the Kings. We not worried about that.
But shout out to
Bro, baby,
State, man. I thought they sounded real good. They played that song, and I'm just happy that bands are playing newer songs. You know what I'm saying? And it's starting to feel like it's regular, especially in the springtime. So around when fall comes back, it won't feel as awkward.
Right. I think that's a good too. My question for you is like, let's say you was in the band right now. What's motivating you to play at these games? You're not seeing nobody.
Right.
Nobody gonna be there. You got some clips on YouTube you can brag about, but it's COVID. How much bragging rights do you really have? So how would you motivate yourself?
I mean, I guess that goes back to and that's a good question. That goes back to what we said in the beginning. What I said in the beginning is that you just got to be hyped. You got a band program now, bro. You got to be hyped that you there. Like, y'all are still in it, bro. Because I'm sure, I don't know which HBCU band programs have got shut down or, like, really fucked up because of COVID. But I'm sure we can find some. So I'm sure people have their own testimony about how this is, like, bad, even right now. You know what I'm saying? So I guess you got to be positive and look on the bright side of, look, I'm trying to keep my band. You got to keep your band program up for the future, because if you don't right now, it's gonna fall, man. You got to keep it up. I don't know who I'm talking to out there. Subscribe to this podcast if you listen to this, and you got to keep your band program up. They need you. They need you.
They need
put them on your back.
Specifically. You specifically.
But yeah, man. Moving on, man. Jackson State. Did had a performance last week at the game. Which let's talk to that first before we talk about the merge.
Okay.
They again, I was just talking about Bama State and performing new songs. They just did straight, kind of like old, like songs that cool songs, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Songs that they know. What you think about that?
First and foremost, I'm sending my love to the people in the city of Jackson and the students at Jackson State, because they have been without water for quite some time. That's a result of like infrastructure, as far as the pipes in the city of Jackson. So a lot of them haven't had water. I believe people just started getting water back in the past 2 days. So, and they're still on boil water notice. That means you got to boil the water before you use it for anything. It's not clean. First, I want to put that out there first, just because we look at the band clips and we really don't think about the people that's in the band and what they experience through that. Like, imagine trying to go to practice, but you have a shower, nothing in 5 days.
Yeah.
Right. And then the snowstorm, too, that impacted the South, just all around Texas, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking an impact. And a lot of times in band, we got the band mentality is militaristic, no nonsense.
Right.
Get it done. Everything else is excuses.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about, come on now, like, let's be realistic. So coming into that game, I didn't have high expectations at all. It wasn't there. I was surprised that they actually went and played at the game. Going back to your point, what we should be grateful. So I was just more so grateful that I got to hear something, and just kind of grateful that those people, not the people, but the students were able to just do it,
right.
And give us something, because I know it wasn't easy for them. Probably a lot of them wasn't too comfortable with it or didn't enjoy it as much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but getting down to the nitty gritty of it, I just kind of like listened to it. I was like, okay, it sounds like they haven't really practiced like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounded like, good or bad. It was like, but I understood it. Like, in those type of times, you're expected to play after a whole week of potentially not practicing.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Especially since Jackson State got the eyes on them, man, with
right.
Sanders, man. So, and obviously, band. I'm glad you said that, man, because we, that's why we kind of started this podcast too, because band is a thankless job. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the band, and they don't really look at the individual people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to the band for performing, especially in the times or whatever. So so now moving to the merge, man, which was this past weekend, which, man, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this. First of all, it's always weird when I see it's so much more freshmen than old heads, right? Because as old heads, you've been in a position where, like, you need the freshmen. Subscribe to this podcast if you've been in the band and you've seen the freshman class. You like, God, woo, we need these niggas. But y'all still freshmen, though. You still,
you're still freshmen.
Like, no, nothing, right? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not saying that they did better. I just thought it was just like the numbers. When I was like, wow, like they had pretty much more in every section across the field, and that was just the 20 freshmen, the fall 20 freshmen. Yeah.
So, what you think about just hearing the freshmen play? What's your impressions of them?
Man, I always think that's a good thing, man. Like, building up your freshmen, like, as soon as they get there, obviously this is a different circumstance, but for the most part, as soon as you get there, it's about kind of you and your class kind of going up against the freshmen. I don't know if y'all do they perform? Do they practice together?
The freshmen upperclassmen?
Yeah.
They end up practicing with each other, but then they also have, like, in preparation for the merge, they practice separately.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I always think that's a good thing, because I think it's just a good way to build up your freshmen, because you're already getting in the mind of competing, even if it's with the people that you are in the band with, and then when you come with them, it's like, whoa, I mean, we just I was just playing with my class, and I got these other people, and it feels like I'm not in the band, but I'm sure it feels like we can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're a full band. So I thought they sounded good, man. I feel like the baritones are strong. A lot of them, like 14, 15 freshmen.
Next surprised me. When I forgot what the upperclassmen played before, but Neck was like, it matched the intensity. I was like, oh shit. Right. and that's kind of
set them up kind of dirty, because the old heads are upperclassmen are playing songs that they knew. You know what I'm saying? They playing songs that are hits. You know what I'm saying? In the repertoire, especially from the previous years, what the freshmen really got to deal with is like Neck. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a little A-bar that they can teach. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So though it's good, you know what I'm saying, it's still like what you can play is probably a little bit, unmatched.
You can't play like the full-fledged, fleshed out arrangements that you wanted to. as just freshmen, because y'all still got to present the new stuff when y'all combine together.
Right.
And then the freshmen got to learn all the old tunes on top of the new ones.
Mm.
So it's a lot, but I'm proud of that group, man. They sounded good. Upperclassmen sounded good too. I'm curious to see what come the fall, what that's going to be like.
Right. And what I will say is Jackson State hit the trumpet button, boy. God, boy, I'm telling you. They hit the button. They hit the trumpet button, bro, because there's a lot of freshman trumpets, man. So
yeah,
and,
the rent was due.
Man, so let's move on to Southern.
Yeah.
Southern. I don't know who they play either, man. I gotta start writing down who they play because
the schedule.
It's kind of you don't really need to know because it's all home stadium bands. We talking about band over here. So Southern moved into the corner or moved to the end of the stadium setup.
Yeah, on the west side.
Yeah. I thought it was, I thought they sounded good. It's like this is the first time Southern's ever done anything, I guess, as a full band.
Mm-hmm.
To me, they sounded good. I was glad they played newer songs. Of course, people, everybody ran with Throw Baby being played, I guess, because that was like a song that people wanted to hear played.
Popular song.
Yeah.
You could tell, listening to the song has some band elements.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it was something people were expecting.
So I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. I'll tell you why. I liked how they played. So they played together. The power, intensity, the identity, Southern for. It was there. So Southern, when you saw Southern, they were Southern.
Mm-hmm.
What I didn't like, I didn't really like the arrangement like that. But that doesn't say what they played wasn't good.
Yeah.
It just wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say, as far as arrangements, it got kind of complicated for me to easily digest it and what I desire from wanting to hear that song.
Mm-hmm.
It was more like if I look at it from an arranger aspect, there was a lot of nice things going on in the arrangement. But for it's the listener and see how that came off. Right. Not from an analytical standpoint, I just really truly didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Do I think they played well? Yes. Was they cranking up? Yes. Was the shit blowing? Yes. Without enjoy it? Not really.
Yeah. I feel like
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I can understand what you're saying. I definitely kind of expected the arrangement. First of all, again, we're working in the Corona band season, so if you hear a song that is like, people going to gravitate to it. But again, this is where I kind of wish we had other bands out where we can hear different arrangements of the same song.
Mm-hmm.
Because Southern arrangement sounds like Southern arrangement. It was kind of, it was a good arrangement definitely, but it was kind of complex in some areas where I thought it didn't really need to be. If that makes sense. Yeah,
I just felt like it was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
My taste.
Okay. What I did think they did well, man. They played Happy. Song Only You Can Make Me Happy. It's an old song.
Yeah, I know.
It's by some one-off group or somebody, what I'm saying. But I thought that was good. I never heard a band play that, or when I clicked on the video, I was expecting to hear the Pharrell song or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was excited that they played it. I thought that was good. But other than that, they pretty much did a lot of the same school songs.
Mm-hmm. I will give Southern credit for finding those gems.
Yes.
Playing them make you think about, have I heard this before? Or man, let me go look this up. They're really good with that.
Yeah. I kind of think that's what separates good bands from bands that just want to get the crowd going. Because to me, obviously I'm a bandhead with bandheads, so I love when I hear a song and I go, man, what is this? And I'm trying to figure out what it is. I may know it, I may not. I may have to go ask somebody. I love talk, man. I'm such a bandhead groupie, bro. I have contacted people in other bands and said, bro, what is the name of that song y'all was playing? I like doing that because it's new, you know what I'm saying? Other versus bands who just gonna play what's on the radio or play what's the hits so that people can sing along, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shout out to I feel like good bands do a little bit of both. Yeah,
I think that's the difference between good bands and great bands. The great band is gonna make you look out and find that song and give that song more exposure.
Right.
The pretty decent good are gonna play what's already popular.
Yeah, yeah. Man, let's move on to Grambling. I guess it's kind of my last band because Grambling and FAMU. We'll touch on that at the after this. But Grambling, again, don't know who they played. Grambling. And look, and we talked about it earlier.
Grambling played Jackson State.
Jackson, but yeah, right.
Yeah,
Jackson State's 2-0, by the way. Shout out to Deion Sanders, man. I believe, man. I'm telling you.
I believe.
So look, Grambling, and we talked about that at the beginning, is with the COVID restrictions, man, is these like horn covers, man. I'll tell you, I hate horn covers so much, bro.
Have you played with a horn cover before?
I have, as like a, pre-COVID, as like, that's a horn cover. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they had something that I think they were using them for, so I don't know. Like they just had one around, like a one for a trombone, and I use it for like a baritone. But other than that,
so in your professional, multiple-year Martian,
yes,
head section leader of the euphonium section opinion, how much does the horn cover change?
Man, of course. Here you go, man. This is what I hate, man. Man, it's so technical. Of course, it probably shouldn't change a lot. Now, maybe am I giving Grambling not enough, saying that it's these horn covers like are holding them back? I don't know. To me, I think they're holding them back, man, because now, granted, the videos that I saw were across the field, and like, you know what I'm saying, like not the best camera, you know what I'm saying, but still, I can see they all had the covers on. I'm like, man, it's not really given like that. Except for the song "I Ain't Scared." They had a song called "I Ain't Scared" that was previewed on Instagram. I don't know if you saw that. A lot of people were sharing this like clip of them, like somebody was walking past them and practicing like that, or at the game, and was recording the band, like a 30-second clip, and it went on Instagram. A lot of people were sharing it. Other than that song, you can tell like that's their favorite song. Like that's the band's favorite song. "I Ain't Scared." That was pretty good, but I don't know, man. Look, maybe take the horn covers off and they'll do something. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. I don't like the horn covers for Grambling. That's all. And other than that, y'all was doing straight. You didn't see.
I don't know how I feel about what I heard. I'm gonna say why. Because compare 19, the Grambling was in 19. That was a good band.
Great band, yeah, good band.
I think they improved leaps and bounds of what they were years prior. Right. And how that sounded was kind of like the reflection of being in the COVID environment. That's what I take it as. Am I worried about Grambling this upcoming fall? Not really.
Yeah.
But am I expecting them to come out smashing the SWAC? No. So I don't know. I don't know how much that matters in the grand scheme of things. I don't want to call what I heard trash. Just trying to be mindful, but.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's trash because I'm just saying that I didn't think it was the best, and of course everybody's getting used to the spacing thing. That's what we gotta put a we gotta say this to everybody.
Disclaimer.
It's a hard time out there. We get it. So we can't be too like you said at the beginning at the top of the episode. We can't be too judgmental. We really want to judge the music, but we are gonna critique it and talk objectively. But moving on, man, Grambling and FAMU did the NBA All-Star game. Now I thought it was gonna be in person, so I went looking for it, and I thought it was gonna be good, but they just recorded the band.
Yeah,
that's a fake me out. That's when the band ready to come in the room and be like, "Hey guys, we got a performance." And it's at the NBA. You're like, "Wow, no."
We're about to go. Nah, y'all just about to stay behind in these chairs. So we're gonna bring out the recorders.
They're gonna bring the mics in here.
And this is gonna be what it is.
You're gonna straight FAMU it up in here. But yeah, man, Grambling and FAMU did it. It was a recording. Grambling went first. I mean, to me, I thought FAMU sounded the best out of both of them. We're not comparing both of them, but I mean, it's good to see that. I guess a lot of these big institutions are recognizing HBCU bands.
Yeah, I think it's really good. It made me think about how people identify HBCUs who aren't familiar with it.
Yeah.
And when you see HBCUs in the forefront on the main stage in the big spotlight, it's institution and then band.
Right.
HBCU is connected with band and its identity.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about how I feel about it. I think the exposure is good now. And I think it's a good thing that we get exposure for institutions and band programs. But I also think there's a time in growth that there needs to be a distinguishment between those things, because I think we should respect the institutions for being institutions, not just the black school with the bands.
With the band, right? With the band that just boogies and you know what I'm saying, shake
Right.
and off the ground and all that stuff. Yeah, I feel that too. And I guess that's why, you know, it's good that, you know, we have, you know, HBCU graduates and people like that, and black people in these positions to, I guess, kind of, you know, make sure our representation is good as far as being on the, you know, how HBCUs are kind of broadcasted. But yeah, man, of course, this is great. I don't know why it's been so popular, I guess, you know, as race relations or whatever, you know, HBCUs are kind of the forefront of a lot of things, but if bands are getting the recognition it deserves, then, you know, that's the best thing. Man, let's end on the final thought as we close up, or the last, you know, final thing as we close up the episode 2. Man, I'll say this. My final thought, I don't know what's coming up next for bands, you know, but I really hope that we can see something new despite the COVID precautions. It's like, I don't want the band world to go back, you know, as far as, because, you know, we've had a lot of bands are facing kind of like tribulations and, you know, how to stay, you know, active during this time. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what's coming up next with bands. And, yeah, man, Manny.
My final thought is, y'all probably know somebody like this. I'm sure every program probably got one. I know y'all know somebody that's been faking COVID symptoms to get out of band practice. Text that person, tell them you know. Tell them you figured them out.
Bro, come to practice, man. Bro, I saw a video, bro, of Miles College, bro, on Instagram. This I don't know if this is old or not, bro, but the band was pranking, and it was a girl, and she was like, "Ooh, I'm coming to practice tomorrow." I'm like, "Girl, if you don't get I'm coming to practice tomorrow." Yeah, okay. And you know what? That's kind of been an excuse to get out of a lot of stuff now. It's COVID, and that's kind of sad that people are using COVID as an excuse. But we know some of y'all are using COVID to get out of band practice, or you know, whatever band dudes you got to do. So yeah, man, call them, tell them jig is up, man. Come on, you don't know your music.
Let them know, man. You gotta. That's your CSCB. You gotta let I love you, but come on.
Come on, man. All right, the jig is up, man. You got a couple days.
Cough 2 times and look around. Yeah. Make sure everybody sees you.
Right. But yeah, man. Well, man, we thank y'all for coming back, man, for Crank Up episode 2. I'm Horatio. Of course, you can follow the page at Crank Up Pod. You can follow me at Horatio Radio. Manny?
Oh, shoot. My Instagram is down right now. So y'all can follow me.
You said what?
On Twitter. That's really what I'm at. Facebook, too. Facebook, Manuel Powell. Twitter is at Mind. So Mind, MIND. Mind, MINE _75.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, hopefully by the time we come back, Manny's Instagram will be out of construction.
Look, I got hacked like a year ago, and I just forget it. I don't care.
That's the life, though, man. But you can just say, social media, man.
Right.
I get that to it when I want to. But yeah, man. Thank you guys, man. We appreciate it.
Y'all be safe out there.